Hey guys, so today's video is going to be an anti-haul. If you guys love watching these videos, I will link a playlist of my other videos for you guys to check out. Otherwise, we'll just go ahead and jump on in. I started making a list of things for this video and it was just like my mind was exploding because there's just so much. I feel like retailers are coming in harder, faster, more launches. I mean, MAC, out of control, all these other things. It's like, it's so overwhelming. So I started making a list. I'm going to try to run through some of the things that I'm not going to be buying, but there's a lot, and there's a lot that I'm not even mentioning. So let's so the first thing I'm going to start with is highlighters. Oh my goodness, highlight is like taking over 2017, and not only just highlighters, like holographic highlighters. Oh my goodness, highlighters for days. So one of them that caught my eye was the BECCA Prismatic Amethyst highlighter. This one is really beautiful. It kind of has like this purpley holographic tone to it. It's definitely drool worthy as far as like you look at it and you're just like, that's amazing. It looks so beautiful. But I do have my ColourPop Monster here. This is like $7 from ColourPop. It gives me that nice holographic look. And also I have one from Essence. This is the So Glow highlighter. Obviously they're not going to be the same and they don't have as much of that purple shift to them, but they kind of give you that feeling, if you know what I mean. Next we have the new collaboration from Nicole Guerrero, which is a beauty YouTuber, and she has collaborated with Anastasia Beverly Hills and she made a gorgeous palette. I mean, these shades are so beautiful. But you know, I have so many highlighters, and then I look at my most recent highlighter purchase, which is the Tarte Pro Glow palette, and I really like this shade Stunner because it kind of has that rose gold kind of like taupiness to it that a lot of new palettes are coming out with. And as beautiful as that is, I'm just like, I only have one face. How many highlighters can I possibly use? Like, it will take me so long to even use up this. That's not even counting my whole drawer full of highlighters, like seriously. So something I'm gonna pass on. Next in the highlighter category is the Kylie highlighters. There is several different shades ranging from gold, champagne, to more pinky highlighters. These are $22 each, and as gorgeous as these look, I'm kind of nervous about all the problems that Kylie Cosmetics problems have had, whether they had like bad batches of something or the smelly peach palette drama. So I'm gonna stick to what I have here and just not venture out into the Kylie world. If you guys have tried some of your products, let me know how you like them. It seems like even though she gets such a bad rap for some of her products, like people are still going crazy nutso over these things. So the Tarte Pro Glow family is getting 2 liquid highlighters in Sparkler and Expose. These look very pretty and I love the tones of them, but liquid highlights can be so intense. Like, I don't even know if I'm ready for the liquid. I have the High Beam from Benefit. I also have NARS Illuminator, which kind of gives you more of that rosy glow. And High Beam is a lot lighter, but I feel like if you were to, let's just try it out, layer some of the Tarte Pro Glow powders on top of these, you could get that liquid meets high intensity kind of look that you're probably looking for. So there's that. I layered those up. I mean, that, I don't know how much more highlighting I can be than this. Like, I would literally just have to dip my body in glitter to highlight more than this. So although they are so beautiful, I'm just like, well, I can use stuff I have and just kind of layer them. It's not gonna take that much more time, and it'll save me 29 bucks. All right, next is the Juvia's Place palettes, and specifically the Sarahan? I don't even know. Guys, my baby stole my brain. I can't speak and I can't think about anything, so just excuse me. But anyway, they are known for these high intensity pigment palettes. And I really liked the black swatch, and I'm like, that is so cool. But then I'm like, wait, I have this City Color Intense Shine. Now this will crease if you don't have a really heavy duty primer, but especially if you've got something going on just on your lid or under the lash line or in the inner corner, these are so amazing and they are so cheap. And I have that same similar type black color, and you guys can see pigmented as all get out. I've got the green, boom. Even though those are very affordable palettes, at $28, they're definitely worth your money if you don't have $28, I think I bought this for like $5 or $7. So just throwing that out there. And again, something I already own. Do you already have some metallic finish shadows that you already own? Probably could get a similar look. I don't know why everyone keeps making a big deal about these Benefit palettes. Benefit is bringing out the Cheek Parade, and I'm like, haven't I seen this before? Haven't we done this like several times over? The only thing I will say is that Rockateur looks completely different in that palette than this one. This one never had like this glitter layer going on. So I don't know if this is just completely different than the normal Rockateur, but maybe they've stepped up their game a little bit, but I just wasn't really feeling like I would need to purchase that when I already have this. Also in Benefit, they're also bringing out HOOLA LITE, which, okay, here's HOOLA right here. I'm pretty fair, and that is, you know, suitable for my skin tone. I can understand bringing out a really light bronzer for someone who has very, very porcelain skin. Don't get me wrong. But what about my deep sisters? What about girls that have deeper skin tones? I'm just like, so you bring out a lighter version and you don't bring out a darker version? I just don't understand the thought behind bringing out a light and not a dark. That was kind of confusing. Also, they're bringing out a new sparkly version of Dandelion. Well, I have Dandelion here. So I'm like, okay, Dandelion, all right. Pick one of my 5 billion highlighters, put that over the top, and you've got sparkly Dandelion. So Too Faced is bringing out a new palette that they have been like hinting at and like all over social media for so long. You probably know what it is. It is the Peanut Butter and Honey palette. It's $36, and honestly, when I looked at it, I was just like, it has those same kind of tones as my original chocolate bar. Yes, is it going to be the exact same? Of course not, you know? And that's going to be cheaper than the bigger chocolate bars are. And this doesn't have that yellow color, because I've got that nice orangey shade right here in my chocolate bar, but I'm like, when am I really gonna wear yellow? Like straight yellow. Like it looks pretty in the like swatches and the color palette, but I'm like, am I gonna really wear yellow on my eyes? I just don't think that I personally can pull that off. Maybe you can, but I just don't think I can. So somehow it just disappeared out of my inbox because I was just looking for it, but Too Faced sent me this email about this new Au Natural collection. I don't know the names of it. Hopefully by the time I edit this video, since it takes a little while to like insert all the things and the prices and everything, I can find out what it is. But it's some sort of naturals collection. I was like, really, Too Faced? You have so many naturals. You're bringing out more naturals? But then it like the palette opened in the email and I was like, oh, like it was beautiful. It had plums and mattes and shimmers. And I was just like, okay, that looks really pretty. But to be honest, it looked really similar to my Lorac Pro 3. I was seeing a lot of this like dusty plum going on, and I was just like, it's a bigger palette like this is, and I'm not sure what the pricing is, so if I figure it out, I will list it here. But I was like, you know what? It looks beautiful, but I just don't know if I could really wrap my mind around it when I already have this, which probably has very similar colors. I can't wait for someone to get their hands on it and swatch it next to this and to see. But as for now, it's going to be a pass. How I forgot to mention the Love Lights part of this collection, which is the highlighters, I will never know. But these things have been taking over Instagram by storm. They are everywhere. They are looking amazing. But again, so many highlighters, guys. So many. So these I'm going to pass on. These retail for $30 each, and that brings my grand total so far up to $400 of savings, and that's if I only purchased one. And lastly, this has been out for a little while, but the Kat Von D Pastel Goth palette looks very beautiful. But when I look at it, I'm like, you know what? I already have some pastels from Kat Von D. I have the Mi Vida Loca palette, which was limited edition a few years ago. But if you have that, I mean, at first you just see, oh, they're all bright colors. But then I started looking at Muse, and then I started looking at like Legend, and I was like, you know what? There's Love. And some of these colors, if you use a light hand, like Misfit is really bright, but if you sheared that out a little bit, you could definitely get the feeling of some pastel action going on. So you can see, I mean, those are all very beautiful shades. So I was like, well, you know, it's, I can't imagine something that isn't in this palette. Honestly, it's like got everything, which is why I wanted it. That being said, I don't know that that's something that I would go for, but if you do love pastels, it is a beautiful palette. The only thing is because it's a pastel palette, it doesn't have like the transition shades and like the dark colors like this one has, so that's why I still prefer this. But nonetheless, it still looks beautiful. There are so many other things that I can touch on, but I think I will just leave it there today. Those are the things that I'm skipping out on this month. What are your items? What are the things that you're going to pass on? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!